Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and it is a monumental day. We have gotten our first 10 screenshots for The Walking Dead Final Season's 3rd episode, Broken Toys, along with the news of it coming back to PC, which I'll be covering in tomorrow's video. So today was supposed to be a theory on the Garcia family, and that is going to be moved a couple days, as I figured out. A lot of people tweeted me, yes, these are new episode 3 screenshots. We're going to go through all 10 again. Spoiler warning. If you do not want to get spoiled for these images, I highly recommend to click off the video, smack a like, and leave the video as much as you want. But we're going to go through every single one here, and I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of what I think these could entitle. So let's go for 2,000 likes on this video. I think this is a pretty big one. You know, first little look at what is episode 3 is going to be giving us. And hope you guys enjoy, and if you're new, smack that subscribe button as well, guys. We're closing in on 152,000 subscribers. And let's get straight into that breakdown. So our first image here, the return of James. We see Clementine talking to him, and he looks like he is hurt, holding his arm. And I don't know, it feels like either he's in pain here or he's doing it as some kind of, you know, troubling sign. But it does appear to me we are in the hunting grounds here, and this is probably sometime in the middle of the episode, right after we've left the boarding school. Maybe now we know that James is going to be joining us on our mission to the Delta. I do think this is going to happen. I think James is going to have a lot bigger role in this episode than really his introductory part in episode 2. So I'm very excited to see James back, guys. Let me know what you think of this first one down below in the comments. We've got 10 to do, so we got a lot to cover, and we'll, you know, if I miss anything, leave it down below in the comments. And here is our second screenshot. We see Clementine and AJ in the same woods as that first image with James, so this is probably relatively around the same time, and they're sitting on a rock contemplating something. I don't know what they're talking about here, but probably what their plan is when they reach this Delta. And it looks like this is a pretty worrying talk, because Clementine looks a little nervous in this image. AJ is just talking about something. So another interesting image. Hopefully it's nothing bad we're talking about, but just gives us more perspective on, you know, the events and things that are going to be going on in this episode. And we do notice this is before AJ has that little cut on his face in the teaser trailer, so we know this is before that. So our third image here is of a walker, and it looks like this is at night. We're in probably relatively the same area, but this is probably right before we're going to be entering the Delta. But it just gives us a good idea that this is going to be probably after the events of the first 2 screenshots that I showed you. We're going to probably be running into some walkers before we even reach the Delta in this walker, you know. We've seen kind of like a similar walker before in the other episodes. Not much to really break down in this one, but let's move on to the next one. So we didn't get any images of Lewis in the teaser trailer, and we finally get our first image of Lewis in episode 3, Broken Toys. Now remember, Lewis/Violet could have been kidnapped, so this is probably a determinate scene. Could this be after we rescue Lewis from the Delta, or could this be before we go into the Delta and they're hugging here? So this is probably like, I'm not saying this could be the quote-unquote the love when you kiss Lewis in episode 2 and all that, or maybe it's when you left him off. I think this is if you obviously romance Lewis. There'll be a little kind of romantic scene here, I'm supposing. So, and it is at night again, and looks like we're in the same kind of woods area again. This woods looks like most of this episode. Again, Broken Toys was shown in the episode 3 image that we were in the woods near a river, and I do believe this is going to be an emotional part of the episode. We may have just lost somebody here, hopefully not, but obviously Clementine's distraught about something's bothering her here, and Lewis is comforting her. So I'm hoping we haven't lost somebody here yet, but things are not looking good. But it's nice to see Lewis finally. Okay, we'll move on to our next image. And Clementine meeting Lily in the Delta. This looks to be the same building as they showed in the teaser trailer with the 2 new images with Lily and AJ, and it appears Clementine is meant business. And maybe this doesn't seem like an attack. This could be a proposition kind of thing. Lily has a gun that she is holding there, as we could see on screen. But it looks like Clementine and Lily might be talking here. This may be a discussion, a negotiation of sorts. Maybe. Now, with losing Mitch and them losing one of their members, I don't know how things are going to go with a quote-unquote negotiation here. So things may start negotiating, and then they can go down from there into a battle of sorts. But yes, we do notice Lily is kind of like unconvinced in this image, and Clementine just, you know, I could tell, even though you don't see her face, you could tell she's got a dirty look at Lily, and I don't know what they're going to be discussing here, but this does appear as if we are in the Delta, so nice to see that. So if you've been under a rock, you notice I say that expression a lot, this image is familiar. Do we remember this? Yes, this is from the teaser, but it's a lot more high definition. We can see one of AJ's eyes, again, could it be swollen or just closed? Other eye dead on Lily, and there's the cut that wasn't in the original image I showed earlier in this video, meaning AJ fought with somebody and got a little cut on his face. It does look like more like a cut now, and the fake gun going bang at Lily. Let me play that clip really quick just so we get the reference.
Time to go, Clementine.
Just compared to the trailer there, you just see the lighting is a lot better. It looks a lot better to see, and it's a lot clearer. So again, in the Delta, AJ cut face, big importance, no doubt, no doubt. In my opinion, this is probably one of the most important screenshots we have, because it shows a lot of details. And it does appear we are getting a burial for Mitch here. It does appear Ruby is using the shovel there in the lower left corner, and I do not believe that is a person next to her. That ends up being like the rock. I mean, it's a big rock there. I had a lot of people sometimes comment that looks like a person. It does not appear to be a person. I'm going to zoom in really quick. Again, this will not be the biggest high-res image in the world, but I want to give you guys a look at what I think it could be. It looks like, again, that is kind of like maybe the stone for Ruby. And it looks like it appears we're in the day here, so it's probably after the battle with the Raiders. And here's the best image I get. Again, editing skills aren't perfect, so I can't get this like to look exactly perfect. But it does appear, again, that is a rock, and it appears to be Mitch's burial site. So just a good look. If there's anything I missed here in this, because again, this is a big image in my opinion that I missed here, make sure you guys leave it down below in the comments. So let's move on to our next image. So we are at night with our boarding school buddies, in essence. We've got AJ, Willie, 10, Ruby, and this is at night again. Remember the Lewis hugging scene was at night, so it looks like we're with these four as well as either Lewis or Violet. So it does appear this image is before the Delta attack, and we're talking about probably our plan here. 10 looks very distraught about what's about to be going down. We also do see Willie looking serious, I guess. AJ and Ruby, looks like we're having some kind of plan. It looks like to infiltrate the Delta, maybe / get in. So nice image to see here. I do think though this is connected with that Lewis image, no doubt. And I think they purposely didn't show Lewis or Violet in this image to keep the mystery up about what they're really trying to divulge. So we're gonna move on to our next image. This image is one of two possibilities of location. We are either in the Delta or we are in the boarding school basement. Now it's kind of hard to tell. If I had to take a guess for now, I think this is the boarding school basement. But we do see Clementine and AJ looking at someone. Clementine's got an angry look. So this maybe this is the Delta. Maybe I'm wrong. And maybe it looks like they're looking at Lily, but we don't see AJ with his cut. So this is interesting. Where could this be located? And who are they looking at? Who? I think this is going to be with Abel. I think this is our interrogation scene. And this is why I think the boarding school makes sense. It appears we're going to be looking at Abel. And that's what my guess is here. It looks like we're ready to torture / get questions out of him and find out where this damn Delta is. and I'm very interested to see what happens. Now, with that old image I showed last one, if everyone leaves the boarding school, then who is there to defend it? I mean, I guess they don't really need anyone to defend it because everyone's gone. But it's interesting. Are we going to be bringing Rosie? Rosie is not in any of these images, which is very interesting to me. So, it does appear this is our Abel interrogation setup. And if you've seen my playthrough of episode 2, this is something I've waited and I've known is going to happen for a long time. So it does appear in that last image when I was just talking about a couple minutes ago, it does appear, yes, I was right, and this is in the basement of the boarding school, and we are interrogating Abel. You see him tied up down there, legs tied behind arms tied behind the chair. His body, kind of like waist, is taped down to the school chair, and it looks like we're going to be getting questions out of him. He's already bleeding. So the possibility, and we'll be talking about this in a theory in about a couple weeks from now, of what is going to be happening in this interrogation. And we don't see Abel in another scene, so I think the potentiality of what I want to do is kill him is a very high likely one. I think as Clementine, we will get to make the decision of either keeping Abel alive or killing him. And I really, you know me, there's no mercy with Abel. I'm putting him down if the game gives me the option to. Because think about it, if everyone's leaving the dang boarding school, who's gonna watch Abel? Are we just gonna let him rot? I mean, that makes sense. But we shall see. It's a very interesting thing to notice. The ironic part is I thought there was only 10 images, then I ended up almost finishing this video and noticed there was 2 other images. And this image, oh my goodness, it looks like we got a fight between Willie and 10. It looks like Willie, standing right over Mitch's body, is blaming 10 for why Mitch died. Wow, we've got some drama. We've got some drama, baby. And it appears Willie is very, very angry at 10. Looks like he pushed 10 to the ground. And we see Ruby, looks like she's holding, I don't really know what the hell she's holding there. It looks like kind of like a wrench thing. We've got Lewis there. Clementine looking like, what the hell are you doing? And it does appear this is going to be this is going to be my ending because I ended up, saving Lewis. So it looks like this is how it's going to go. Might be a little differently played out if Violet is around, but I'm interested to see. And it does appear this is the morning after the attack on the boarding school that happened. So it's really interesting to see that Willie has this, you saw it with the sim in episode 2, that anger, and he's got it. And 10 is going to probably be a huge factor being blamed for, his mistake of trusting Lily in episode 2. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. And here is our final image of Violet and Clementine. Now, again, this is huge. Is this the boarding school or the ranch? And I am just, it's, because it makes me think, I don't know. I think I'm going to take an assumption and think this is the boarding school, and maybe they're talking about how they want to go save Lewis and all of them, or it could be in the Delta when they're trying to rescue Violet. I'm assuming this is the boarding school again, but it's just a little talking scene. They both look concerned about something that's going on, but I'm just going to take the assumption if this is the Delta, though, things are going to get very interesting here because, no offense, in the end, when the choices pop up, whatever character you leave ends up feeling betrayed by you not trying to save them. So there's going to be a little conflict there that I'm going to want to see. So remember, we're also going to learn things about Lewis and Violet and all the other boarding school characters and their past in this episode a lot more, and I'll be talking about that in a future theory video when we get that topic voted. So one more little image on the Epic Games website, and that is it. There's a lot of stuff here, man. Whew. And this last image is of Clementine and AJ. Just a little look of them that they wanted to show off for the season pass, and it looks like kind of like a look in episode 3. AJ looking he's ready to fight, and Clementine just staring down. So this is just a little promotional image they have on the Epic Games website. So this is all that they've shown. 15 minutes 13 new images in general, a lot of stuff in here. So if you guys have anything in the comment section that you'd like to talk about, you've noticed that I may have not noticed, please put it down below. It gives people a better understanding and even, you know, helps me out a little bit in terms of stuff. There's a lot of stuff we could be even talking with in these images for theories. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, guys. So much new stuff here, and this probably will be it for screenshots. We'll probably be getting a trailer in a couple weeks. Again, we're 26 days away. Time is flying. Before you know it, we'll be getting the dang trailer. We'll be a week away. I mean, it's only a matter of time. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you smack a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Peace, guys. Thank you all so much, and we'll catch you all in the outro.
Shiver